The iPad is the most used tablet ever, but maybe you don't want to spend the £400 asking price of the Mini 4. You could spend $240 for an iPad Mini 2 on Apple.com, or $100 less if you opt to buy it second hand on eBay. Hi guys, my name is Ryan Thomas, and this is Fail Tech and my look on the iPad Mini 2 in 2017. This device is 3.5 years old, and you wouldn't know it. Both my brother and my mother have one of these, and whilst my mum's is not used as much, the other is. My brother uses his all the time for Skype, social media, and a lot of video consumption. I mean a lot. This thing is basically an iDubbbz device at this point. So the build is, as always with Apple devices, fantastic. The chamfers have taken a bit of abuse, but these things have spent most of their lives in cases, which is ideal really. The full aluminium body construction feels great, looks great, holds up well, and is fantastic. Same with the glass front. No cracks here, which is also great. I actually really like the size of it at 8 inches. It's the sweet spot for most tablets in my opinion. You'll get the standard fare of buttons, including home button, lock button at the top, volume buttons and silent switch on the left, as they should be. The screen on this device is a 7.9 inch 1536 by 2048 IPS display, which looks really good. It has 324 pixels per inch in a pixel density figure, which is actually really good for a display for consuming media such as watching videos and playing games, which is what this thing is really designed for. The colours are quite accurate due to the IPS technology, and it gets pretty lit outdoors too. If you're actually using this thing to take photos, then I have no idea what you're doing with your life, but seriously, this thing has a 5 megapixel camera capable of shooting 1080p video, which looks meh but good enough if you're using it for an art project. The front camera is a 1.2 megapixel sensor that shoots 720p video, and it's honestly pretty bad. Both of these devices would be good enough for Skyping grandma, but that's about it. The shutter response time is as quick as most Apple devices are, but it's not going to replace even an iPhone 6 for photography, let alone a point and shoot or a DSLR. The device is actually pretty good, I'd say, in performance, and it's fairly snappy. It gets away with this because of the fact you're not going to be playing a lot of AAA App Store games on it. You can play Color Switch and other 2D games, but any 3D games might be a little bit too difficult for it. Using social media applications and browsing the web are also great. There are some hiccups, but that's to be expected on a 3.5-year-old tablet, running Apple's outdated dual-core Apple A7 chip with 1GB of RAM. It does come in 16, 32, 64 and 128GB configs, with both Wi-Fi only and mobile data, with no expansion in both battery or storage, which is a bummer. The cloud will be your best mate in this situation for storage. The software support that Apple delivers is actually amazing. Maybe it's down to the fact that it's still available on Apple's website, but the iPad Mini 2 gets the latest version of iOS 10. All of the apps that you'll ever want from the App Store should work on here too. No, don't quote me though, there are some really weird ones on the App Store. In fact, in terms of usability with iOS on tablet, I think it works quite well. It's simple and makes functionality easy for those less tech savvy people. Battery life is pretty incredible on Apple devices really. The standby time that you will be expecting on this device is almost unbelievable. Due to the way Apple optimizes its software for its hardware, you can actually leave this thing with no apps running on standby, this means locked by the way, by your bed and wake up with 1 to 2% loss at the very most. This means that if you use it as an ebook, or maybe you only ever use it on the toilet, it will probably last you a week or two on a charge, which is pretty fantastic. If you own a smartphone, this is more likely to be the case because you'll be using your smartphone for a lot of the things that you'll do, and then only use your iPad when you really need a bigger display. For all you spec heads, you're getting a 6470 mAh cell, which means you're only going to be getting about double or triple the iPhone battery here, depending on what iPhone you buy, or over quadruple the iPhone 4S battery. Sometimes I get sidetracked when researching these videos. If you really want a fingerprint scanner and a pint-sized iPad, then you'll want to pick up the iPad Mini 3 or 4, which offer Touch ID. I personally don't see a huge reason for a fingerprint scanner on a tablet, but if you use it as your daily, maybe you need that. I would recommend the iPad Mini 2 regardless though. Overall, I think that this thing is still relevant because Apple is still selling it on their website for a price. I have no idea why the value changed to US to UK, but I thought I'd add it. I do think this device is still useful and can be used to consume media and play games. My 15-year-old brother uses his almost like a smartphone. This means Snapchat, Facebook Messenger, Skype, YouTube, all of the things that I'd assume a user would use this type of device for. The clarity and sharpness of the display mixed with the portability and relatively decent price, yeah, this is actually a pretty good deal. Okay guys, so thank you all so much for watching. As always, please leave a like on this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, leave a comment, leaving your thoughts, and subscribe if you're new to never miss a video like this one. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.